we need to get the jars, and these jars have to have screw lids on them. So this jar would be like a chutney jar or a wee small sauce jar that your mum might have in her larder or cupboard. This one here with the wee silver lid, I bought that in Tesco's. It's called a spice jar, and they're £1 each, and they're just the right size for doing this kind of craft. So we also need some stickers. We need some stickers with pets on them, the cats and the dogs, and then if we're making some for our friends, we can put the wee Christmas stickers on those. So what else do we need? We need the dog biscuits, or if you're making a cat jar, you need the wee cat treats or some chocolate, and you can decide again what kind of chocolate you want to put in your jar. So we also need then our elastic bands, 2 elastic bands. We need to have some either Christmas material like this, or if you don't have Christmas material, you can use some Christmas wrapping paper, but it has to be quite thick so that it doesn't tear with you. We need some scissors, some bows, and some curling ribbon. And if you have pinking shears, these are like fancy scissors that your mum or dad or one of your brothers or sisters could help you cut out the material with. And the other thing that we do need is something that would be about 1 inch bigger going round the lid of the jar, so that the material will make a nice wee frill round the jar to finish it off. So that's all you need to make this wee treat jar. So this one here we're going to do for our friends, and it has already got the stickers all stuck onto it, and this is the one then that we're going to use for the pets. So we take our stickers and just place them round the jar in whatever way you want. It's a bit difficult to hold this with one hand and do it with the other, but we'll see how we go. And then I can put a lollipop there. So you can see you just put the stickers on and just make a nice wee pattern round the jar. So when you've done that, what we need to do then is we need to fill them with either the sweets or the dog biscuits. And we just take whatever sweets you've chosen and fill the jar. It's best to have wrapped sweets, because it means then obviously you're not touching the chocolate. So when you get them filled, then put the lid on and make sure it's nice and tight. And then with the dog treats again, just fill the dog jar up. And I hear my own dog coming because he hears, I can smell these from miles away. Harry, would you like a biscuit? Well, what would you say for a biscuit? Yes, thank you. Is that nice? Good boy. So, and if you hit the jar on the table, it just makes the biscuits go in a wee bit flatter until you can get no more in. And then we put the lid on the top. So that's our sweets and our pets treats. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make the caps for it. Now I have done some things a wee bit earlier just to save a wee bit of time on the video. So as I said before, we need to have something that's about an inch bigger than the lid, and we just place that down on the paper or on the material, and that draw around that, and then can cut that out. And I have done 2 here that I made earlier. Okay, so we're going to put the red one on the sweets for our friend. So try and place the material centrally over the top of the jar, and then put the elastic band round the top just to hold it in place. It can be a wee bit tricky, but I'm sure someone will help you. And then try and make it all nice and even. Okay, and then we'll do the other one. We'll put the one with the reindeer on it, and we'll put it round the one for our pets. And just pull it down through the elastic band. You get the idea. Okay, so I mean, pretty easy peasy. And then just to finish it off, we're going to put some curling ribbon round. So we'll put the curling ribbon round the top of the jar to cover the elastic band, and tie it in a double knot. And then with our scissors, you need to be very careful about this. You just pull on the ribbon on the dull side, and that's what makes the curl. Now I've only put one ribbon around this, but you could maybe put 2 different colours around it. And I'm going to do on our friend's chocolate, I'm going to do the gold ribbon. And again, put it round. Oops. This one's not going to go as easily for me. Put it round. No. That's why you need someone to help you. And double knot. And again, do the curls. This one's a wee bit long, so I might just have to cut a bit off the edge of it. I'll cut a bit off this one. Make them both the same. That one's just not as good, but you get the idea there. You can just make sure it's a bit tighter. And then to finish them off, we're going to use a nice wee bow on the top. Again, just peel the backing off it and stick it on the top. And these wee treat jars are actually quite good if you take your pet out in the car, and then just keep the wee jar. Once Christmas is over, you can just keep the jar in the car and then you'll always have a little treat for them when you're out. And that's our little treats. So hopefully you'll make a couple of these and you'll be able to give them to your friends and your pets. Okay, bye. See you next time.